is up, guys? DGWhipZ here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be getting the Porsche 944 running, hopefully, fingers crossed. I got the fuel pump early. I'm really excited. I hope you guys aren't hearing too much wind noise. This GoPro is a bitch. So I said the camera's name and it didn't like it and it stopped recording. But anyways, we are going to get the Porsche 944 running. I'm going to install the fuel pump. I'm going to put some gas in and some injector cleaner. I'm going to change the oil because I'm sure the oil needs changing. Oil breaks down after sitting for a while, and I don't think there's a ton of oil in there anyway, to be honest with you. Our goal today is just to get this car running. I really got my fingers crossed. I'm really excited to see this run on its own power. So we're just going to jack the car up. Whoa. Sorry, my trunk was open and it flew out of my trunk. We're just going to jack the car up, change the oil, and then we're going to take that wheel off so we can have access to the fuel pump. And we're going to switch it out, put some gas in it, and see what happens. So a little trick just for extra safety. Whenever you take a tire off, just put it under the frame where you have it jacked up. With the jack stands too, of course. I'm going to put some up in a second. In the event that somehow it falls off the jack stands or the jack fails or whatever, last thing you want to do when you're working on cars is to get crushed by it. That's probably not a fun scenario, so always good to be extra safe. Okay, so I'm draining the oil right now. Again, sorry if it's windy. I was like, okay, 100% sure I am not spilling oil this time. I have a better oil pan to catch the oil and everything. Got spill mats, I'm good. And guess what? The wind blows the stream over there and it gets oil on the ground, which is great. I'm really happy about that. Overall, the oil looked clean. It definitely was low on oil, but there was some oil in it. It wasn't just dry. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and change that. Okay, so it's a little less windy today, thankfully. I have the fuel pump installed. It's not like hooked up properly, or it's not secured. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's literally like wiring on the ground, but I'm just trying to get it to make sure it's working. The car's still not starting. I do think the injectors might be clogged, or I have a bad relay. I have a bad relay about to come here any minute now. I'm gonna install that. I know I don't have a computer issue or anything. If anything, for some reason, I'm just not getting power to the fuel pump, or the fuel has just clogged from sitting so long. I think what happened was he put stabilizer in the gas tank, but he never actually ran the car with the stabilizer in it. So in some of the lines and the injectors, the fuel still got gunked up in those parts of the car. I might have to change the fuel filter. I might have to clean the injectors out. Hopefully the lines are good enough to at least get the fuel to the injectors. We're gonna change out the relay, and then we're just gonna see if we can tap on the injectors and maybe clear out any gunk in there and get this car started. But just to show you guys, the car does start, and I know the computer and spark and everything is working. We're gonna start the car. So yeah, car fired up, and it fired up fine. I know you guys might be hearing a little ticking sound. I'm pretty sure it's just the injectors, and the sound actually goes away after a few seconds anyway, so I'm pretty sure the engine is perfectly fine. And this is an older car, so it's normal, and this is a noisy and vibrating engine, so it's nothing to be too concerned about. The noise does go away if it's running for more than a few seconds. But yeah, let's go ahead and swap the relay out, maybe see if we can clear up any fuel lines or injectors or anything like that, and then let's go ahead and give it another try and see what happens. So I got the brand new relay, the DME relay. Amazon just came by. I'm going ahead and try to start the car, and we're gonna just keep our fingers crossed, because if it doesn't start, it either means there's fuel clogged or we're just not getting power to the fuel system, specifically the fuel pump most likely, and there's a short somewhere or something. There is no blown fuse. I checked it. It's that 15. Probably actually try to check it again just to make sure. Yeah, no, we're doing good on the fuse, so moment of truth, I guess. Ooh, it almost did. Ooh, it wants to. I wonder if that's still the starting fluid. Let's try that one more time. Maybe I'll take this fuel rail out and try to clean out the injectors. I feel like if the injectors were clogged, it would still kind of try to start or just run like complete ass. This is like 5 days later. I had to order a fuel filter. I came to the conclusion that my fuel system was clogged and something was going wrong because it's pretty much ruling out power issues, relays, stuff like that, the pump. Just to make sure the pump was working, I loosened one of the fuel filter lines. I was actually having a lot of trouble loosening one of them, but I loosened one. Let me see if the leak gets really intense once I try to start the car. So I went and tried to turn over the car. The leak got really intense. What that means is the pump is pumping fuel through to the engine, and for whatever reason, it's not firing. At this point, that can only mean the injectors are fully clogged and it's not letting the car start at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the fuel rail, clean out the injectors, and we're gonna give it another go. And I really hope and I pray that's gonna fix the problem, because I don't know what else it could be at that point if it's pumping fuel to the engine and the engine still somehow isn't even trying to start. It's not even running bad, it's just not even starting at all, which is a little odd for injectors, unless the injectors for some reason aren't getting power. Okay, so I got the fuel rail installed. That literally took like 10 minutes. That was super easy. I'm gonna check for leaks though. I'm gonna go ahead and hose this down really quick and make sure there's no extra fuel laying on the engine or anything and start a fire. I did spill fuel earlier when I took the fuel rail off, so I want to make sure there's no leftover fuel or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and give it a start and see what happens. I really got my fingers crossed. I can't see what else it could be at this point, but I think we got it. All right guys, moment of truth. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. It's running on its own power without starting fluid. Now let's check for leaks. I'm seeing smoke. I hope that's just water. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. But we got the car started. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a running Porsche 944. Now we can't drive it yet. It's on really flat tires, it's on a donut, and the fuel pump is still hanging down. However, we got this running, we got the fuel situation figured out, and it's running good. We just gotta sort some things out off camera, and we're gonna be driving this in no time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, I'm so excited. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This took over a course of like 2 weeks or whatever. I had to wait on parts. I had to figure out why it wasn't starting. I had to figure out the fuel pump. The fuel pump was working. I at least figured that out. And then I figured out and narrowed it down to the fuel injectors, and the injectors were just totally shot. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you're new to my channel to see more of this build. I will see you guys next time.